standing cable hip extension or band extension. Key here is to make sure that it starts at the bottom position as best you can. When you're doing this, the biggest key is that we don't arch low back unless I've specifically said we need to. There are some instances where we should, but most of the time we're not. When we're doing this, okay, I want to start with the foot getting forward here, so I don't want to start just at neutral. I want to have my foot forward to start, and as I go back here, I want to squeeze glute as much as I possibly can, and then control that downward. When we're doing this, I don't want you to stay in just one plane of motion, so I don't want you to just keep doing reps here. I want you to explore all areas of hip extension. So that could mean, hey, we abduct a little bit, so we get the foot out a little farther away from the body and do a rep. We might do a rep where we go a little more in here. We could even add a little bit of rotation to it. So, hey, I extend my hip in internal rotation here. I can extend my hip in external rotation here. I'm just trying to find all this backside hip stuff here within either the reps or the seconds. So if it's a timed set, more or less, we're just trying to get back as far as we can here and find and explore all this stuff on the backside with some heavy load. Obviously, I got 10 pounds, not that heavy, but we got to make sure we're isolating that one part of the glute or that lower body first before adding a lot of load. I don't want to see the, low back extending, doing most of the work there. I want everything to not only build here, but to just get the awareness of what it feels like to really extend that hip with the opposite hand on the low back to make sure I'm not compensating. If you're doing it with a band, what you might be doing if you're doing it at home is you're going to need something to hold on to. So with these straps here, you might need a PVC pipe to balance. I would actually recommend getting something to hold on to. You can very easily just put it in. You can still, if you have the carabiners, you can hook it around like so. But same basic concept. I'm still trying to get back as far as I possibly can, squeezing that glute as much as possible. Still trying to explore that range. Just obviously, I'm not going to have that same forward range here unless I get super far back to get all I can out of that band in its most disadvantageous position. Again, all hip, no low back.